Hi everybody. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at free response prep question number 1. This one comes from 2005 AP Micro Test number 2. The graph above shows the market for a good subject to a tax, and the letters refer to the areas. That's an important part of this question. Using the labels, identify each of the following: the price and quantity, area of consumer, and produce a surplus before the tax. So just so that you can see the question while I'm writing these, I'm going to opt not to write these down here. I'm going to write them on here, so hopefully you can see as I'm working. Equilibrium price and quantity would be where supply and demand were beforehand, so that's $12 and 100. So 12 and 100. And then area representing consumer surplus before the tax is going to be just the area above the price up to the demand curve, right? That's consumer surplus, so that's A, B, C, F. And you can write those letters in any order. And then area representing producer surplus before the tax would be the area above the supply curve up to the price. And so that's DEG. Again, any order. Assume the tax is imposed. Does the price paid by the buyers rise by the full amount of the tax? Explain. And so we can see that with the tax, we go from 12 up to 13, but the amount of the tax is the vertical difference between these two lines. And so we go from 11 to 13 is the total amount of the tax. So the total tax is 2, but the price paid by the buyers only goes up by 1. So no, because we'd say P buyer increased from, 12 to 13, and tax is $2. Using the labels on the graph, identify each of the following after the imposition of the tax: the price received by the sellers. So the price that they receive, I'm going to move my cursor out of the way. The price received is that quantity, right? That yellow brick road quantity, and that's going to be on the original supply curve. So how much is that? That's 11. Remember, the buyers are paying 13, but the sellers don't get to keep that because the tax is 2. So 12 minus the, or 13 minus the 2 gives you 11. Amount of the tax revenue. So remember that the amount of the total tax revenue is the tax, that's 2 in this case, times the quantity that are bought and sold. And so it's this box here of BCD. You can also have written, so we could say BCD, that's an acceptable answer, or we could actually say for $2 times 80, which is $160. Either one of those is an acceptable answer. Area representing consumer surplus. Again, in this one, we aren't going to be able to calculate it because we would need this number up here to do that. And we could, if we said that that's 14, we could say, well, it's, 14 minus 13 is the height of the triangle, so that's 1 times 80 divided by 2 is $40. Or you could just say A. So assuming that if this is 14, then you could also just say $40. Deadweight loss is these two triangles, the lost value of the transaction. So that's F and G. And again, you could calculate it if you wanted to. The height of the triangle is 1 times the base is 20 divided by 2, and then times 2. And so we know that it's just $20. We could also say that. Okay, hopefully that helped you. See you next time.